Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times, and he's one to watch out for.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. There's the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Finland are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that's definitely not his best. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, good ball! Atletico Paranaense with the corner, there first. Oh, facing up to it. And Messi! It's hit the upright. Finland have the chance to go the other way. And it's Messi. And this is Cruyff. Oh, he's been caught. And another try! It's a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Atletico Paranaense are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Cruyff, and this is Messi. That's a little off target. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's well done, really robust. There's a quick free kick. Atletico Paranaense heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And here's Royce. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Thuram. Adriano. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Lewis. Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is a goal. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Atletico Paranaense absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Atletico Paranaense are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 2, Maldini. Number 5, Suarez.
And the action is back on the way.
Number 22, Nesta.
The Whatever he had in mind,
Number
that was not
25,
it.
Son Heung-min.
Royce.
Substitution.
Good ball, good take. Atletico Paranaense come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Chooses to go. Royce! It's anyone's ball now. Schmeichel trying to keep this in. Hangs in a cross. Vieira can get it clear. Son Heung-min has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Finland appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Time and again they are repelled. And it's Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Atletico Paranaense perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And the shot! It's there! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Finland give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Royce. Now it's Villa. Goes looking wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved plays a sharp little ball here. He's picked it, takes a shot. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Pirlo, looking for a runner. Well, that has not gone well. Bergomi. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nesta. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that could set him on his way. And this is Royce. Royce delivers.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, important interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nicely shaped ball. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. That's a good run down the left. Lovely bit of skill.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Good chance here! And we're done. Atletico Paranaense are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too.
Nedved! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Atletico Paranaense with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh no, what has happened? Big chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Now it's Luis Suarez. No way through. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
Back into the middle, and he was quick to react. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, perfectly measured that. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Luis Suarez gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. He's got away. And Cruyff! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Atletico Paranaense have their second corner now. And now they can clear their lines. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Van Basten really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now that looks a decent ball. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Now it's Mbappe. Dink through. And he was alert to it. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Nedved. Nedved unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
1 minute added time.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, that's a key interception. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Immediately. Substitution in progress.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Atletico Paranaense have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And it's been taken short. Serginho. Kimmich. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's worked it through. He has found a way through. Look at the space here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now, can they get him away? And he's picked out the run. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he's picked it up out wide. And he's in on goal. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He can get that clear. No breakthrough, and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Atletico Paranaense perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, that was vital. Vieira. Nedved. Kimmich. Luis Suarez. Played into space. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away.
Substitutions taking place.
So here comes a substitution.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Oh, crossbar! Dunk gets it away. That's really well cleared.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Not the most accurate pass. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Ribery. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Now then, the ball's come loose. Cross flung in towards the middle. Defending of the desperate variety.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's surging through. There's the shot! Oh, what about that? Save the best for last! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Atletico Paranaense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Bale, voted man of the match. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Out of play for a throw. Cross needs to be good. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Nedved. It's Nedved!
Nedved made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Now that looks a decent ball. Pass is just off target. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Nedved. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is Messi! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Atletico Paranaense are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he cuts out the supply. Played out wide, played back in. Xavi Alonso.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, this is intriguing.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Luis Suarez. And a chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Cruyff. Atletico Paranaense with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Petit can get it clear. That'll be a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. And the pass is intercepted. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Back into the middle, it's a pretty loose pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Half-time getting close now. It's Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Atletico Paranaense have the chance to go the other way.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
The less said about that pass, the better. That has been cut short. And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 21, Fernando Torres.
So off we go once more.
Replace him is
Atletico Paranaense clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Well, there's the clearance. Thuram. Cruyff. Nicely weighted ball. Crosses it in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And he's intervened well there. And it's Messi. Whatever he had in mind, that was not... Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And it's hoisted clear. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And now they can spring out of defence. He is through here. And they're on! That was superb goalkeeping.
Veron actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Knocks it into space. Oh, just skips past his man. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking for options for movement. Engages and forces him off the ball. Maldini. Cruyff.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Great vision. Cruyff. Quick look, then plays it in.
Atletico Paranaense truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Cross into the box. Saliba tries to clear.
Atletico Paranaense really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he's well positioned. Drogba! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, he's been caught napping. Plays it in low.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is Neymar. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. It's Drogba! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. He's got away. Alonso. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Cross in, looks like a good one. Neuer claims it. Safe hands.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Lahm delivers. Climbs up big! And that was the final act of the game. A nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this fella, Ruben Neves, I suspect would be a key factor, Peter, sitting deep in midfield, which gives him a great view of the landscape all around him, and he can spray balls all around the pitch and really get his team moving forward with momentum.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And here's Suarez. That pass has been well intercepted. Rijkaard. Nicely spread. Bale is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Ruben Neves. Rice. And it's Bale. Scholes providing an outlet on that flank. Xavi Alonso. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Now that looks a decent ball. Nedved ploughing. It's Nedved! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Nedved deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Out to the right. Mbappe. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ruben Neves gets a good foot in there. Vieira. Xavi Alonso. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Bale, no, he wasn't going to let him past. Quickly taken. Referee's given a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Van de Ven spots it and intercepts. Knocks it out wide, threads one in. Cross from Scholes. That's a decent clearance. Now it's Luis Suarez. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he plays one through. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. And he's going to have his name taken. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. To open the scoring. 1-0, never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
The goal scorer for Atletico Paranaense after 41 minutes is number 8, Pavel Nedved.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Sporting clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
And the shot! Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And there is the half-time whistle.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Atletico Paranaense ahead 2-0, and they are looking good.
Substitution for Sporting, number 5, Rice. Number 14,
And we're off again.
Van Dijk. Coming on the field,
Cruyff,
number 99,
played out towards the right wing.
Joelinton. Number 4,
He's got away,
Williams,
looking to
Saliba.
go deep. Oh, smashing header! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And he lines up. It's a mighty effort! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Substitution for Sporting, number 7, Raul.
So here comes a substitution.
Scholes.
Atletico Paranaense find a position of real strength now. It's played through for him. And he's there to belt it away. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Saliba. Ruben Neves.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Well, that has not gone well. Maldini. And that's going right the way across. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Joelinton. Chance! Oh, it's hit the post! Olise! Oh, he's been caught napping! And here's Mbappe. Chance for a shot! Atletico Paranaense still have the cards to affect this game. And here's Bale. Now it's Cruyff. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's onside. Oh, sweet feet. It's come through and he's had a quick look in. Can he finish? They've done it! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Atletico Paranaense are having a ball here. No way through there. He's shifting through the gears here.
Kohler really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Not the most convincing of passes. Linton. He's found a way past. Bale!
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Eder Militao distributed tidily, showing great feet there. Bergomi demonstrating his defensive quality there. And that's that. Atletico Paranaense really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Kohler voted. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Takes a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Atletico Paranaense with the corner, there first. Gets his head on it! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
The game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's a good ball out wide. Can he get on the end of this? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. First quarter of an hour gone. Atletico Paranaense do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Nedved. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Belletti. Pass somewhat off target. And it's made its way. Shoots! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And they win it back again.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Kukçu. Bale. Now it's Batistuta. Nedved. And here's Messi. Rijkaard. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Rijkaard. Half-time getting close now. And here's Batistuta. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Cruyff. Now that looks a decent ball. He is through here. Lahm. That's tidy.
Has been indicated.
Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And the first half is done. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Atletico Paranaense really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Atletico Paranaense go in at half-time on a comfortable two-goal cushion.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 18. Number 10. Messi. Coming on the field. Number 7. Yankola. Number 9.
And we're underway again. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Now it's Cruyff. Can he get onto this? Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Xavi Alonso. And here's Cruyff. Ribéry. And it's Lahm. Oh, good read. And it's skewed away. Well, they scored their first goal from a corner. What about now? And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Now that's well seen too. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Lahm plays a sharp little ball here. Ribéry receives it in a wide position. Oh, it's come loose. In again. He gets big, and it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Certain, searing, and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves...
Bullish header! And somehow he kept it out. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's got away.
Oh, great feat, that.
Lam could try cutting inside here. And that has been cleared.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
There's the delivery. And he's there to clear it.
Substitution.
So, third corner of the game. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Lam, with 200 games under his belt now, the standout name from both lineups. Don't you reckon, Jim?
Yeah, he's the mainstay in this team, Peter, and his value can never be underestimated. One of the first names on the team sheet, a priceless asset. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Neymar. Can he get it through? Serginho promptly onto that, and that is that. Maldini cuts out the pass. Now, can they get him away? He's away! And he's managed to get rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Neither of these two want to come off second. Inzaghi! Goal! Manchester United! First blood drawn. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Manchester United have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Nedved. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Stood up well to him there. Nedved. Oh, super find. He's picked his way through. It's Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! He just has something! A finish right from the top draw. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Cruyff running with the ball, and it's been played through. Lahm gets into some space.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And it's Luis Suarez. Van Dijk does well to stand firm and defend it. Now it's Inzaghi. And that interception was most necessary. And this is Cruyff. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Cruyff. Some good work on the right flank here. Fired deep towards the back post.
Has been indicated.
And he can clear it away. Bebeto. Looking for the run. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Atletico Paranaense will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Substitution.
Atletico Paranaense kick off the second half. Ribery receives it in a wide position, climbs up big, and he's done it!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, it's an inspired sub. He's got tall. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Neymar. Carvajal is always looking to play quality balls. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's fabulous. Bergomi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. So we've reached the hour mark. And he's there to retrieve it. That is ended up in no man's land. Looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And we have our very first corner. It's a mighty effort! He scores! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Atletico Paranaense take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Tries to pass it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Ribéry. He is through here.
Such good technique.
Ribéry. Ribéry proves just a little bit too strong. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Ribéry. Cruyff! He should have put that one away.
You can tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Oh, that was vital. Bitinha. Now it's Nedved. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
There's the shot! He has done it! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
4 added minutes.
Manchester United give themselves a chance of a fairy tale. Great chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
All hands on deck for this one. Oh, smashing header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. And that will be it. Atletico Paranaense have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Manchester United.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
And this is Luis Suarez. Xavi Alonso. Inzaghi is onto this. And this is Nedved. Gets his head on it! Harmlessly behind. Played back in. And here's Suarez. Oh, he's burst through. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Lam plays terrific header. Goal! Atletico Paranaense! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Number 11.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Platini. Manchester United have reclaimed it. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Atletico Paranaense really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Olise. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, that has not gone well. And if you have just joined us, still... And he's had a hit! Oh, belter! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Manchester United are back on level terms. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Cruyff. A lot of space ahead of him. Aimed in towards the centre. Marquinhos with the clearance. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Rijkaard. Back into the middle. Nedved. And it's Xavi Alonso. And it's Cruyff.
2 added minutes.
It's a
has
pretty
been
loose
indicated.
pass. Olise. Good ball, good take. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hazard! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
We come to you now with a
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 11, Filippo Inzaghi.
So we're into the second 45.
Cruyff. Number 10, Messi.
Atletico Paranaense do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change...
Big header! It's hit the upright. Cleared without complication. Oh, he's been caught napping. Bale's cross.
That's good defensive concentration.
And that is expertly dealt with. Marquinhos gets it clear. Collier. Bale. Picked out. Shot! Surely! They've scored! The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Atletico Paranaense take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Out to the right. And it's Bale. Tries to pass it through. Ribéry. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Luis Suarez. Nice looking ball. Vieira cuts out the pass.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Ribéry receives it in a wide position. Defending of the desperate variety.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He gets big! And that would have been game, set and match.
Kohler really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Oh, terrible mistake. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. It's not an especially good pass, that. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he's picked it up out wide. Ribéry. Bale. Played out towards the right wing. Cross to the back post.
Atletico Paranaense nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And it's Bale. And the pass is intercepted.
2 added minutes
Ribéry.
has been indicated.
He's got away. Lahm receives it in a good position here. And he's taking no chances there. That's that, the end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real...